As he walked down that street, he stopped, turned his head, and looked back at that lonely, run-down building he called his home. The orphanage. A haven. It was safe. Well, supposed to be safe. Not that he could complain. It was the only place he could go to, the only place he could stay. But he hated that place, the building itself, the other kids, the priest who cared for him. Always mocked and slandered, always told he was abandoned. He wanted to leave it all behind and forget about it. And so he walked down that street as if walking would somehow let him forget. As if walking would let him forget. He was miserable and he knew it. But in no time, his feet had led him into town. And as he walked down that street, not a single person noticed the boy. Well, it wasn't that they didn't notice, they didn't care. He was just an ordinary slum boy who would only beg for money. And so he went down that street, ignored and lonely, with nothing in his hands or his pockets, just a clothes on his back, a pair of pants, and a locket in which there was a picture, whom he liked to imagine was his mom, whom he never knew and never would know, because she was long gone. Maybe the boy really was abandoned, and maybe the mother really did die. In any case, it doesn't matter, because they won't ever see each other, ever again. As he went down that street, his bare feet slapped the cold stone street and led him out of town, and soon, his feet edged near the cold hard stone and came to a grassy green ground where the stone street met the woods, and there he stood wondering if he should just walk off that stone street that he had walked on for so long. His home was here. His home. He hated that place, wanted to leave it all behind, all the people there, and now was the time. He had walked that long walk for such a long time, and it was time to find out where he truly belonged, and so he took his very first step off the stone street, turned around, hesitated, turned back and walked along through elms like the gates of a cemetery that loomed high, and for a second hesitated once more, because he knew if he kept going he would die, lost in those woods, lonely, starving and afraid, laid in the shade and soon decayed. But death did not seem so far away. It sounded more pleasant than to walk that street anyway. What then was the reason for his hesitation? I mean, what does one life mean in the midst of a whole population? Living? What's the use? He had no motivation, and in the end, all humans have one destination, and it's death anyway. But still the boy stood there, not making a decision. Stood there trying to make up his mind when suddenly, a light tap on his left shoulder came from behind. He turned around to find a man hiding behind a boulder. That man wore a top hat and a coat made of fur. "Do not be afraid, I'm here to help," he whispered. Come hither." And so the boy did, not knowing who he was, how he got there, or how he could help, but he still walked toward him, feeling strangely compelled. The stranger lifted his hands, and the boy saw what the man held. There were 2 pills, one held in each hand. Seeing the boy's confused face, the stranger said, "Don't worry, I'll explain. You'll understand. I'm giving you a choice, 2 choices, in fact, left or right. There's a pill in each hand. One or the other. It's quite simple, actually. The only hard part, understanding where you stand. The first of these 2, the pill on my left, gives you what you wanted. This pill kills you instantly, right then and there, immediately. Just this one pill, and you'll be one moment closer, one step closer to being gone forever. Just this one pill, and all your worries will go away. All of the horrible memories, everything would fade. All that suffering and all of that pain. Just this one pill, and it will all be okay. However, before you make a decision, please take into consideration. I have one more pill left, a different proposition, and I do suggest that you would listen. The second of these 2, the pill on my right, will reopen your eyes to old sights. It has the power to reunite the ability to turn back time to when you were first born. Think about it. It's a second chance to start your life over. Redo all your past mistakes, change who you are, and you'll be adorned. Moreover, you get to be the composer of your own story. Now that you know what to do, it's not as far away, this fame and glory. You can shape who you want to be, and this pill might be just what you need. I have given you my 2 options, now the rest is up to you. Whichever choice you choose is your decision, so I won't tell you what to do." The boy stood there for a moment, and another. And at last the words found their way out. The boy whispered, "I'd rather not die. However, you have made me discover what I truly desired. You were right about one thing. I can change who I am. The rest is up to me. If whichever choice I choose is my decision, I pick neither, so leave me be, that I choose of my own volition. That is where I will stand on that cold stone street where my bare feet have tread, and I will not dread what lies ahead, and instead I will lift my head and look straight ahead as I walk down that street." Thank you.